Free-to-play players, hoard this potion. Hi everybody, I hope you're doing well. So something that crossed my mind recently and something that I just want to mention to everybody, especially if you are free to play, is stash management. If you're free to play like myself, stash management is one of the quintessential most important things you need to do. Why? Well, your stash will only be limited to certain things. If you're a spender, you may have access to certain special types of revives and health potions. This may be limited to such things as love juice, romance revives and such like. And also other types of revives that may be kind of like rare in some sort of shape or form. These are incredibly important. They're important because your stash, if you're a free-to-play player, versus that of a spender is limited, as I just said. If you've got a summoner sigil, you can have access to certain things that are going to increase said stash. This means you're able to hold more revives. If you're able to hold more revives, it's handy to go and do some of the most premium content in game. Be that a new type of end game thing like Necropolis, like, I don't know, a story mode that's difficult, a special quest, a challenge, an objective challenge, anything really that requires any kind of like a revive or health potion, except for incursions. Incursions has its own little kind of like micro economy with revives and health potions, but that's another story for another day. But I would say the reason that I'm making this video is to say to those that are free to play, make sure to hoard your potions and revives, well, potions, it's this time potions, that are these ones here, these love juice potions. Of course, there may be deals that pop up towards the end of this romance-based event. I doubt that very highly, but Kabam sometimes put up the unexpected. Obviously, it would have been great to see Love as a Battle Realm have those type of revives, just because in your inventory, you can only hold a certain amount of revives in general, as I said, if you're free to play. Of course, the limits are there, 20 level 1 revives, 20 level 2 revives, and I've got 15 of those level 3 revives. Of course, if any spicier revives do turn up, then grab them, because at the end of the day, it's just increasing your stash, which means that if you are needing of about, at one given time, I don't know, 100, 200 revives, that you've spaced them out. You've got 20 slots for level 3. You've got 20 slots for level 4. You've got 20 slots for level 5. And it continues. And this may be something in the future that Kabam looks to kind of like put into the game more. As I've said in the past as well, make sure to look at within the store, the featured item section, for seeing the revives and potions bundle. Not any of these, but the generic ones where you can get those level 3. And of course, my planning around this is to have that scope and variation, in that if I go and do some endgame content, that requires me to have a lot of revives, and with revive farming being nerfed, at least what I can say is that I can grab more. Yes, okay, I could do a 2-week stash keep by going to something like Apothecary and go, I'm going to wait 14 days from this point, or 13 days, to then go in to do something like Necropolis, or a difficult end game piece of content if I'm looking to hoard up my revives. Because Kabam don't really help out free to play when it comes to hoarding revives for situations like doing end game content, and they need to improve on that, or allow, as I've said, the opportunity to have more scope and variation of those revives, like, as I said, level 4, level 5 and level 6. And I've diverted away from what the point of this video is, but it's all relevant to understand, and it's very helpful, I think, to those that are free to play to understand stash management. And stash management is important because love juice. You will get a very limited amount of love juice, and it's so weird saying love juice because it sounds like we're talking about something else. But make sure to not spend these at all. Keep them for as long as possible. The reason being, it's rare. It's a rare potion, and as well will be able to help out. You'll get level 1 health potions like this from time to time. You maybe even get level 2. You could get a good chunk of level 3. Nowadays you can auto fight through Realm of Legends. Nowadays you seem to be getting a lot more, especially if you're Paragon, I'd say Thronebreaker Paragon and definitely Valiant, level 4 health potions. And because you get a lot of them, it means that you could hold a lot in your stash. Or if you pop open a load of 4-hour crystals, you're probably seeing a lot of them and going, I don't know what to do with these because they're just going to expire. Well, this is why make sure to keep these love juices, the lesser love juice, and as well the ones that are in the calendar, which you're just about to get later on this week, the standard love juice ones. Keep them in your inventories and your stashes for as long as possible. Just so, and it doesn't seem that they expire in volume, so you can hold more than 20, possibly. We'll have to see, but at least to say you can hold them for a long length of time. It also doesn't seem like they expire. There's definitely no kind of like expiry for them, and they'll get removed. But if they do, you know, just wait for Kabam to kind of mention that. But that's really it. My top tip about these potions, especially for free to play, is hold them as long as you can, because it's, again, another variation. We're talking about this idea of different variations of stuff, things that won't expire in your stash. And if things don't expire in your stash, they will be helpful to you further down the line. But as I said, watch out that Kabam may throw these out as soon as the romance month has gone. But yeah, it seems that we can keep them for a lot longer. But have you found that these have stayed longer? Have you used any of them? Are you keeping them? And I would say keep them as long as possible, or do a run into something towards the end of the month. But that's been a video. Thank you very much for watching. Check out some other content located on screen. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now.